What's going on, winners? Your boy Loso 2.0. Today we're talking about how pain is temporary. Before we start with that, click that subscribe button below. But I want to talk about my experience with pain. So my experience with pain, not my only experience with it, but one of my biggest experiences that I remember with pain was me being cut from the basketball team my sophomore year. See, I started playing basketball when I was 13 years old, and I started playing it because everybody around me was playing basketball. So it was like pretty much like a known thing to go around and pretty much hoop. And eighth grade year, I was cut from the team. But me being cut from the team eighth grade year, to me personally, wasn't that serious because I never played on the team anyway, so it wasn't no big deal to me. But then freshman year, I ended up making a team, which I always say by accident. Make the team. I played AAU over summer, so I was just on the idea without working hard, without doing anything, that I was just going to make the team the next year. Obviously, this wasn't the case. I was cut from the basketball team. Now, I will never forget this feeling going up to that list that they would have right in front of the gym, checking to see if my name's on there, and they basically telling me, listen, I understand, yada, yada, yada. Like, I get it. If you would have made any other team, if you was at any other school, you'd have made the team, and all this stuff that they tell you pretty much to make you feel better was not making me feel better. It was not making me feel worse. If anything, I was feeling worse because I was thinking, dang, like I really could not make the basketball team. And I was pretty upset about it, right? My cousin was telling me it's all right, cuz trying to make me feel better. Just made me feel worse going to the gym. That whole season and summer, people just made fun of me. Oh, you didn't make the basketball team, you suck. Stuff like that. As we're playing basketball, that's their way of talking trash to me, saying that I'm not good. I didn't make the basketball team, blah, blah, blah. Just keep saying that stuff like that. And it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely a lot. I had to deal with it. I had to endure it for an entire year. Working out, getting stronger, working out my trainer. Shout out to Tink. Tink literally teaching me how to get better at basketball. Doing drills. I never did drills before. I wasn't actually lifting at all, but I started lifting. Doing all that stuff. And then that's when the real pain started because it was the pain of getting better. See, pain a lot of times leads to growth. A lot of times people try to get away from pain. They see it as like this plague or this thing that they don't want to endure. But let me tell you something. Pain is one of the most important things that you need because pain makes you grow as a human being. It makes you become stronger. It makes you become faster. It makes you think better. Pain is very, very important for through the process of you growing. And that's in anything. Even like think about working out. When you're actually doing that last rep, you're hurting more than ever. But then once that muscle heals up, it becomes stronger. You know what I mean? You start looking brolic. Pain is leading to growth. But I'm not going to sit here and not acknowledge the fact that pain is challenging. Remember, I had endured for a year straight. I'm talking about a year straight of people telling me I'm bad at basketball. A year straight of people telling me that, oh, you didn't even make the team. I'm talking about younger kids, older kids. Oh, you're not even good. You didn't even do nothing. You didn't even play for them. Oh, you didn't even do nothing. Just continuously just pretty much just bringing up stuff like that to kind of get under my skin, get me upset, get me mad. But it's not getting me mad at all. It's just, if anything, I'm just sitting there just, just okay. Just, just sitting there enduring it, right? It is challenging, but I just sat there and I just pretty much took it because it was like it comes with the game, right? It helps you grow and it leads to you transforming. Because the person I came back the following year, way better. I was faster. I could jump higher. I could shoot better. I could play better defense. I could dribble the ball way better. Like I did so many things. The person I became because I went through all that pain. I was able to I started being able to cut to the basket, learn how to play off ball, doing all these things that you're supposed to do. And I just got better and better and better. And it led to this because of the fact that I really just like accepted it, right? Like I accepted that pain. I embraced it, and it made me become a stronger person. Then not even that year, the next year, I even went up even more. Then I went through some more pain, not even getting in the game. Coach telling me that I'm better than the person ahead of me, and all this stuff like that, but still not playing. Took that pain then, and then embraced it into the following year, freshman year of college. Was able to become a starting point guard. It was like pain transformed me into the person I am today. And that's even the motivational speaker that I am today. It all came from pain. That's why I will forever be grateful for this. I will forever pray for these trials and tribulations that God gives me because it allowed me to transform into the person that I wanted to be. It's just a part of the journey. A lot of times, the people that don't, me and my mentors actually talking about it. We was talking about how, I grew up basically, one parent, sometimes no parents, doing whatever I wanted to do, sleeping from place to place, sleeping in mom's car type of thing, eating McDonald's every day type of thing, trying to scrounge up money for that, roaches and stuff like that. Growing from that and then becoming to someone who, I would like to look at myself as successful. And it's only the beginning. This is just the beginning for me. Going from this to this, where I know people who come from two-parent households and then they end up being, drug addicts, or they end up trying to fight everybody. They end up trying to crash out. And it's just weird to me. But it reminded me that they really didn't go through any pain to allow them to become this. So they have to go through their pain later in their journey. You have to, the earlier, I'm a great advocate in the idea, the earlier you go through pain, the earlier transform you into the person you need to be. And you could respond in one or two ways. I could have responded being in the streets, could have responded being, in and out of jail, but I responded with getting, a job, growing in the corporate ladder, starting my own business, writing my own book. I responded in a different way, but a lot of people respond in ways different than that. So pain is definitely a part of the journey. Everyone has to go through it. And you have to have that temporary mindset with it. This is the only thing that temporary mindset is good for. The idea that pain is going to go through. What do you say? I think Les Brown, he was like, pain may last a minute and may last an hour, but it won't kill you, and it will subside eventually. Pain is not going to sit there for the rest of your life, but when you embrace it as a part of your life, that's when you become more successful than ever, because you know that you're going to go through it, and then you're going to get there. And so how do you kind of get through these pain, right? Like when something bad has happened, right? So in my position right now at work, a lot of times, sometimes micromanaging when, stores aren't performing. It's also not micromanaging when stores aren't performing, or when they aren't performing good. When they aren't performing good, you leave them alone. But when they aren't performing good, that's when you micromanage them. But then it's also about putting out fires, right? Let's say something crazy happens. A lot of times people just start frantically getting stressed out, which I used to be very much in the beginning. But now when something like that happens, I just sit there, take a deep breath. It's not that serious. And then think about the solutions. I'm not a person that always look at the problem, or who did this, who did that, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm looking more on the fact of is like, okay, cool. Something happened. All right, boom, let me try to find a solution. So focus on the solutions a lot of times with pain. When I got cut from the basketball team, it wasn't like, oh, he didn't like me, the coach favoritism. It was, okay, what am I missing that I can get better at, that it makes it so impossible for them to deny me that I could do now? And that's what I did. I kept looking at, okay, what is it that I got to get better at? Or, I'm not that great of a ball handler. Let me get better at ball handler. Or I'm not that great defender. Let me get in better shape. Let me get faster, stronger. Think about what that is. Focus on the solutions. And then use that experience as fuel. Me getting cut from that team, my mentor say, yo, remember this feeling right now. Remember every time people said you got cut from the team, you're terrible. Remember all that fuel. Keep that all inside, and then use that to just push yourself forward. Not to be, going out here crashing out, but use it to keep moving forward. Use all the bad experiences. Like me now, whenever I think about, okay, cool, I need to get better, boom, I just think about all the experiences of when I was, I wasn't doing so well. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't doing so well. All right, I can never go back to that. So let me work harder than ever. Oh, I feel like when someone didn't want me, all right, how can I get better? That's what I'm looking at it as, right? And last thing is also leveraging support systems too as well. See, I had my mentor there to support me. He was over there looking at me, helping me become even better version of myself. He kept telling me, "Oh, listen, you got it, affirming me, yo, you are a great basketball player. You're lightning quick, you're strong, you can jump." Da, da, da. Like he's telling me all the good things, and it's like a lot of times we just focus on our bad, but we don't even we don't even focus on any of the good things as well. But I leveraged my support systems. Then my friends too as well that made the team. The ones that didn't make the team, look, okay, boom, look, bro, you're good. Yo, we just gonna do this, that, third. That's how it kind of was, right? And it leaves a lesson. It taught me that lesson that nothing is handed to you. At least with my experience, nothing's handed to you. Everything you want, you got to go out there and you got to take it. It's not going to just fall right on your lap. You got to go and you got to take it. You got to show them that you want this. You want to be a millionaire. You got to go out there and get that million. A million's not going to just fall onto your lap. You got to do the things. Everybody who has something, a lot of them, they did not, at some point it had to be worked for. Maybe even if it was passed down to from their parents had to work for that thing, right? So you need to, and it's not their fault that happened. You need to work for everything that you want so that you could be in that position where you could pass things alongside to your family. Because, and it reminds me of this, right? How it transforms you even stronger. Now, I like to use NBA players or even stories as a different thing, right? Bones Highland, right? Delaware. he went through that incident. I'm not really sure too much of the details, so I'm not going to explain the details, but there was the fire or whatever. He had to jump out of a burning building and stuff like that, or survive, injured himself, but was able to come back the next year and then completely dominate the high school basketball scene in Delaware. Then he was able to then take that and even he took that pain, was able to even go to VCU and flame over there in VCU. Then he was even able to take that pain again even more and make himself to the NBA. Then he may take that pain even further and prove himself. I think he had like a almost 30-point game one time as one of his career highs in the NBA. Scoring 30 points in the NBA is insane. But like I said, he had to work. He had to take that pain. First of all, he had to go through the pain. Then the pain brought him back even stronger because then, he even started thinking about, being more close with God, been even better with basketball, closer with family. It makes you appreciate the little things too as well because he went through this pain. So it was a necessity in order for him to, put him on the path to success, right? So yeah, that was an example of someone who had to take that pain. Because like I said, it's just endurance. You just got to make your way through it though. But I just want you to sit here for a minute, close your eyes and think. Imagine to yourself how rewarding it would be for you to be successful after you done went through all this pain, right? It makes it more worth it. I don't personally like getting stuff handed to me because it's like, dang, like there was no, like you get it and it's like you appreciate it, but you're way more appreciative of something when you actually had to work hard for it, right? Like when I'm people that take steroids. Again, I don't know how that works, so nothing against people that take steroids, but like guys that probably take steroids to get all busky, they be like, okay, cool, like I'm here. But then it's like a guy that's like just normal, he just works out so hard in the gym, works, and he builds his muscle up. He's probably more appreciative of the fact that he's husky because he went out there and he earned every single part of that too as well. And then again, like I said, pain is temporary. So if you're going through something right now, it's just temporary. And the best thing you can do right now is address it. Whether that's journaling, whether that's working out, whatever you got to do to address that pain. But go out there, address it, and use it as fuel in order to become successful. That's what I'll have for you guys today, man. Again, this is Zoso 2.0 The Voice. I want you guys to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.